Okay, so during this tutorial we're going to look at the lives object. Going to double click, and now I'm going to find under the game section we're going to get the lives object. Now I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so now we can see our properties for our lives over here. We can choose the player that we want. We can choose the type. We can either use image, we can choose number, and then we'll have a number. Looks very similar to a counter. Or we can have text, like that. I'm going to leave it at text for now. And then we have our display options here. And we have our X, Y, size, position, controls. We have our text options. Now the reason I left the setting as text is if we have this set as text, then we can change the font, bold, italic, underline, strikeout, and the color. But if we change this back to image, we can see that we can't change this. Then we have movements, runtime options, behaviors, and about, the name and the icon. So then under our application properties, if we go to our application properties and choose this runtime options tab, then we can see we have this initial number of lives setting. If we change this to 5, then we can see that our initial number of lives is going to be 5. If we change, I'm going to change this back to 3 now, so that when we start our application, the default number will be 3. Now I'm going to go into the event editor, and I'm going to do a new condition, and then this condition is I'm just going to choose any condition. We'll just make it so the user clicks the left button single click. That's not really what I'm emphasizing here. What I'm showing is how to subtract lives. We go to the player section, number of lives, subtract number of lives, subtract from number of lives, and then we can just enter 1 here. And that way, when we test our application, then we can see if we click, then the player is losing lives. One more thing is that we can say, we can go to player 1 in the new condition, and when number of lives reaches 0, that's a condition that we have here for the lives. So that when the number of lives reaches 0, we could do whatever we wanted to do with our player once the number of lives reached 0. That's all for our lives object.